Hello, my dear students. Welcome to all of you. Dear learners, I am Ranjit Kisko, a teacher of St.Philip High School and College, as you can see on the screen. Okay, so dear learners, first, let's see some words and phrases and guess the topic for today. Okay, you can see on the screen some words and phrases, right? So let's guys, what can be the topic for today? Okay, you can see the word write or reads, is trying, then have has been working, and have has done. Then another phrase was were listening. Then the last one is shall will discuss. So dear learners, what can you guess? What can you imagine? Can you imagine what can be the topic for today? Okay, let's see the topic for today. Dear learners, today I'm going to talk about the right forms of the verbs. Okay, so our today's topic is right forms of the verb. And dear learners, you must remember that I will deal with right form of verbs technically. Okay, so you be careful and take the technical issues while you are going to answer this item. Okay, so let's go ahead. Dear learners, first let's see the learning outcomes. Okay, so dear learners, by the end of this lesson you will be able to you will be able to recall verb. Okay, our first outcomes. Then you will be able to recall the sentence parts. Got it? Then you will be able to recall tense and voices. Okay, then we will be able to identify the position of the verb in the sentence. Got it? Then finally we will be able to use verbs correctly in the sentences. So dear learners, these are the learning outcomes of today's lesson. Okay, let's go ahead. Dear learners, now the first question is, what is a verb? So can you tell me what is a verb? Let's see. A verb is a word that shows mental or physical actions. You remember, got it? A word that shows as mental or physical action. So verbs can mainly be classified into two as per their uses in the sentence. Got it? Verbs can be divided into two as per their uses in the sentence. Let's see the division. First, we get finite verb according to their use in an English sentence. Then non-finite verbs. So dear learners, verbs are of two types, finite and non-finite verb. Got it? Let's see what is actually finite verb. Okay, see, a verb that is changed as per tense, voice, person and number of the subject is called finite verb. So you note the definition of finite verb. So finite verb is a word or a verb that is changed as per tense, voice and person and number of the subject is called a finite verb. Now we will see what is a non-finite verb. A non-finite verb is a verb that is not changed as per tense, voice, number, person of the subject in the sentence. Got it? So total opposite of finite verb. So dear learner, you must remember these technical things. Okay, let's go ahead. Now let's guess the sentence parts. Dear learners, can you tell me how many parts of a sentence do you find in the grammar? Okay, let's see. Let's see the sentence. Mr. Avan studies at St. Philip's High School and College. So, dear learners, can you guess how many parts can we find in this sentence? How many parts do we find in this sentence? Let's see. First, we got what? Subject, right? Then we got predicate. So, every English sentence will have two parts. The first one is subject and then predicate. You must remember, got it? And see, an English sentence has mainly two parts. Two parts, subject and predicate. And the subject and predicate part, there are some subdivisions in the predicate part. See, predicate part contains verb and object or complement with extension. Got it? So subject, then we get verb part and the other one is object or complement word with extensions. So, dear learners, an English sentence can have these divisions. Okay. Now, see, there is a note on the screen, as you can see. Don't try to memorize, rather try to get all the technical issues by heart so that it can last forever. So, I don't suggest you to memorize anything. Got it? So, let's go ahead. Now, we will see the position of finite and non-finite verb in the sentence. Got it? Where a finite and non-finite verb we find in an English sentence. So, let's see. Verbs can be used in all the parts of a sentence as shown below. So, dear learners, we understood that verbs can be found either in the subject word, object word, or there is a verb part. Everywhere we can get verbs. Okay, let's see. First, in the subject word. In the subject word, we find the non-finite verbs. Got it? You must remember that in the subject word, we generally find the non-finite verbs. Okay, then verb word. See, in the verb word, we always get the finite verbs. Got it? Must remember. Then, in the object or complement word, we always find the non-finite verbs. Got it? So, you remember. Then, see, let's see the changes in the verb part. How many changes of a verb may come in the verb part? Okay, let's see. Changes as for tense, voice and subjects. The learners, as I have stated before, that verb part or finite verb can be changed as per tense, voice and subject of that sentence. Got it? Where we find this verb. Now, in the subject part, we find non-infinitive verbs. Okay, so non-infinitive verbs, a verb that is not changed as per tense, voice or subject. Got it? And in the object part, we also get what? Non-infinitive verb, which is not changed as per tense, voice or subject. Got it? So, we understood that verbs can be found in three parts of an English sentence, right? Three parts: in the subject part, verb part and object part. So, subject and object part, we got non-infinitive verbs, and we will see the changes of non-infinitive verb in the subject and object part. Got it? Now, first we will look into the verb part, and let's see how many changes of a finite verb can be possible in the verb part. Okay, let's see. Dear learners, in the verb part, finite verb can be changed as per tense, as stated before. So, tense-wise changes 12. So, dear learners, a verb which is in the finite mood can be changed 12 ways in tenses, according to tense, right? And then, according to voice, we will get 12 changes, and subject-wise changes, we generally get 6 changes in an English sentence. Got it? And in the subject word, see the changes of non-infinitive verb. Got it? The non-infinitive verb can be changed into gerund, infinitive and participle, same as object part. So, we got only 3 changes in the subject and object part. Got it? So, a verb that is non-infinitive can be made gerund, infinitive and participle when the verb is in subject or object part. But if the verb is in subject part, then we will get these changes of that verb. Got it? So, let's go ahead. Now, let's see some examples. Just consider a verb. I have considered one, conquer. Okay, conquer, the verb. It means win. Okay, so we will see the verb as finite. Okay, how many changes of this verb we find when we write an English sentence? Got it? So, let's see. So, tense and subject-wise changes of conquer as a finite verb. Okay, let's see. Tense-wise, we got 4 changes in the present time, 4 changes in the first time, and 4 changes in the future time. So, see, conquer, conquers in the present indefinite tense, then am is conquering in the continuous tense, and have as conquered in the perfect tense, right? And perfect continuous mood of the verb conquer is have or has been conquering. Got it? So all the same, just we have changed the time. Got it? Now we'll see the changes as our boys. Got it? Let's see. As per boys, we also get the same changes as per tenses. As tenses, right? So in the present tense, we'll get 4 changes according to boys. In the past time, we also get 4 changes. Got it? So in the future, the actions are same. Just we'll change the verb form. So dear learners, you can see that the changes of a finite verb in the verb part. Got it? So these are the changes. When we are going to answer the item right form of verbs, you must remember it, you must keep it in mind that we may need to change the verb according to tense, voice or person and number of the subject. When the verb is in the verb part of an English sentence, because we saw 3 parts, right, of an English sentence. We got 3 parts: subject, verb and object part. So dear learners, I am discussing the verb part right now. Got it? The verb part. So in the verb part of an English sentence, we got these changes of a verb. Got it? You must remember. So let's go ahead. Now see the non-infinitive verb. How many mood of a non-infinitive verb can we find in an English sentence? Dear learners, the same verb. Just we will make this verb non-infinitive. How to make it non-infinitive? Let's see. So dear learners, in the non-infinitive mood, we get gerund, right? Gerund. And how to make a gerund? Just add ing at the end of a finite verb. Then it will be converted into gerund. Got it? Now we'll see the infinitive. Infinitive mood means what? Just add to at the beginning of a finite verb. Then it will be converted into non-infinitive and infinitive mood. Got it? Then let's see the participle. So dear learners, we know that we have 3 types of participles, right? Present participle, first participle and perfect participle, as you know. Got it? So in the present participle, the verb is like this. Got it? In the past participle, the verb is past participle mode. We know that a verb has what? 3 forms: present, past and past participle. So past participle mode is this. Got it? And the perfect participle. So every verb will have perfect participle mode. You can use in your writing or speaking, and that is having conquered. Okay. So these changes are found when we answer the question right form of the verbs. Got it? So these are the changes of a verb when we do the answer of right form of verbs. Got it? Now we will see some sentence examples. Got it? Let's see. Bangladesh conquers the battle. That means the verb is in the verb part, which can be changed as per tense, voice or number and person of the subject. So we got conquers from conquer, right? Because the verb, the subject Bangladesh is in third person singular number, and so we have changed the mood of the verb, and by adding s we have converted this verb into singular mood. Got it? Now let's see the second one. And one more thing, my dear students, see, in the subject part we don't have any non-infinitive verb. In the object part also we don't have any non-infinitive verb. So I didn't mention any non-infinitive verb, just have been written under the parts. Got it? Now let's see the second example. Bangladesh conquered the battle. See, the verb part conquered is highlighted, as you can see, right? Highlighted. So this verb has been changed as per tense because we have used the past time. Got it? So this is in the past tense. And see the verb part. As you know that verb which is finite can be changed as per tense, voice and number and person of the subject. Got it? So we have got the changes as per tense. Now let's look into look at into the third one. Bangladesh will conquer the battle. So, see, the subject part, verb part and object part. The verb is in the verb part. That means we have to use the non-infinitive mood of the verb. And we got the changes as per tense as above. Got it? So, let's see the last one. Bangladesh will declare freedom conquering the battle. Got it? Here, in this sentence, dear learners, we can see two forms of the verbs, right? One is will declare and the other one is conquer. So, dear learners, here is to think of the position of the verbs. Got it? We have two verbs, but two parts. Two verbs are in the two parts. Got it? So, we will look at into the positioning of the verb. Let's see. We have a subject part where we get Bangladesh. Then we have a verb part where we got verb part will declare and object or complement part where we got the verb conquering, right? So, see, in the verb part we will get the changes as per tense, voice and number and person of the subject. Got it? But on the other hand, you see conquer, which is in the object or complement part. For being object in the complement part, we have made this verb a non-infinitive, and non-infinitive is participle, right? Present participle mode, or we can say freedom conquering the battle. Present participle. Do you know why we are calling it present participle? Because present participle mode of a non-infinitive verb can be used as adjective. Got it? So, see, conquering the verb is modifying the noun battle. That's why we can say that conquering is a present participle, not gerund. Got it? So, present participle. Okay. So, dear learners, I hope you understood the changes of the verb as per tense, voice and subject. Got it? So, we got two type of changes in the subject and object part, and in the verb part we got how many types of changes? According to tense, 12 types of changes. According to voice, 12. According to subject, 6. Got it? 6 means in the present time we got 4 changes of the finite verb, and in the first time we got 2 changes of the finite verb. So, all about verbs, right from verbs you can see, and I hope you understood. Dear learners, now we see the homework. You will have homeworks to do at home, right? So, use the forms of the verbs following the situation of present and past time. Got it? Following the situation of present and past time to make the sense complete of the sentence, both tense and voice wise. You must change the verb as per tense and voice. Got it? And the verbs will be used as per present and past time. Got it? So, let's see the works. This section dash deal with some task and exercise dash categorize into two types. Can say finite and non-finite verbs, which dash help the readers dash check what they dash learn in today's discussion and thus dash take preparations for their examinations. Got it? So, this is your homework. You must do this at home. Got it? So, dear learners, thank you for being with me. Thank you very much.